know, every school district has their own dress code policy. My purpose today is to persuade you on how to support the school uniform on public school. Because like most of us here that enjoy expressing our unique individuality, you don't want to feel limited due to school uniform conformity. To be honest, I never thought about the mandatory use of school uniform. But as I did my research, it made me realize that your education always just comes to yourself, not the uniform that you wear. Most of us have kids in public school, and the amount of high cost and lack of self-expression that school uniform can impact our children. You may be wondering what can be done about the situation. After hearing what I have to say, I'm confident to tell you that you're not only going to agree, but also will support me on implementing the solution. I will begin by discussing the problem, then talk about some of the causes of the problem, and conclude it with the solution to the problem. With a roadmap in place, let's begin with the problem. Unless something is done to stop it, the mandatory use of school uniform will soon be mandatory in every state. To begin, school uniform policies is increasing. According to the Land End, in partnership with the National Association of School Principal, the school uniform policies is on the rise, as nearly half of the school have policy, which is 49%, and that went doubled from 2000, which is 21%. The higher increase of school uniform policies on the statistic show that school uniform is becoming extinct. In addition, most parents and school principals support school uniform. According to the 2013 article, a majority of school principals say that school with uniform policies improve student academic, student discipline, and school image to the community. It also indicated that most parents support uniform policies. Not only it will diminish the what to wear battle, but also decreases the time on shopping and cost as well. With so much support, it is no wonder why school uniform will soon be mandatory. Now that you understand the problem, let's talk about some of the causes of a problem. There's two reasons why school uniform will soon be mandatory in every state. The first reason is uniform can enhance student academic. People tend to think that school uniform with school uniform policies have a higher graduation rate. According to Virginia Drea, a human ecology professor, as she did her research in the 64 high school, that school with school uniform policies have a decrease on suspension with improvement on discipline and graduation rate. While her study, even though it didn't involve any parent involvement on it, it still have shown, she still proved that school uniform it can increase graduation rate and improve discipline. The second reason is school uniform can diminish crimes and improve student safety. According to the executive producer of the National Association of Elementary School Principal, that the survey showed a positive effect of school uniform toward school violence. A drop of 94% towards peer pressure, 64% on bullying, and increase on student safety, which is 79%. This study claims that the decrease of school violence shown that school uniform can actually stop and slow down crimes. Now that we understand the problem and some of its causes, let's begin talking about the solution. Uh, the solution, which is not to implement school uniform in every public school, have two major benefits. The first benefit is school uniform promote individuality instead of conformity. School uniform tend to diminish our personality. It's because of the convention of standard that it can reflect. According to Christopher Cascio, the author of the article, "What are the cons of student uniform?" he stated that uniform policies can limit a student to express themselves virtually. His statement provided accurate statement is because of how school uniform can actually make us all feel the same. School is not just about education. These were the place that we could actually express ourselves and find ourselves on who we are. The second benefit is we could save more money on buying our own clothing for school instead of buying sets of school uniform. According to Graham Patton, the school editor, as he stated back on his 2014 article, that parents pay about $176 per child, and it could increase to $217 if the school decided to rebrand. School uniform can be expensive, but through buying our own clothing, we will be able to budget. For example, instead of going to a high-end store like Macy's or Polo, we could actually go to Walmart and buy nice clothes for an affordable price. In conclusion, mandatory uniform policies have negative effect. Let's review what we learned today. First, we learned about the school uniform policy will soon be mandatory in every state. This is because of the public school have a higher rate of school uniform policies, and the amount of supporters on school uniform policies, like the principal, the parents, and the teachers. Next, we learned about the two causes of the school uniform will soon be mandatory. Because the first reason is people believe that school uniform can enhance student performance and also can diminish crimes and increase student safety. Finally, we learned the two benefits of not wearing school uniform. First benefit is we could express ourselves, and we could actually save more money on buying our own clothing. To everyone that enjoys their freedom and express personality through clothing and still have the passion on their education, the worst thing that can happen is to spend more money on buying school uniform and have the feeling of conformity because of the school uniform. None of us want to be in that situation. But as I did tell you about the disadvantage of school uniform, I'm positive to tell you that you're going to be more wiser and happy on wearing your own clothing throughout your education path. Thank you. Okay, two good ones.
I'll give you a good one. Once you started getting warmed up, you could really articulate your words really well.
Okay, one more.
I liked how you kind of stumbled in the middle, but you were able to pick it up and continue without having to stop.
Okay, I need two bad ones that I need to be better on. I need to get better.
You could stop saying the word so many times.
And breathe.
I'm breathing.
And breathe. Breathe. No, whenever you start, like he said, you stop, but then you continue and you picked it up. But remember to always breathe in, because I didn't know if sometimes you were breathing, if you knew that you were saying it in a sentence, or if it's two sentences in one.
Yeah.
Yeah, just breathe. It's a flow.
Because they get combined.
Yes. Yes.
All right, thank you guys for my presentation for CMSC 220.